Hey guys, so June is Pride Month. I mean, every month is Pride Month, but June is the official Pride Month. So I thought I'd make a video talking about the LGBTQ films that I absolutely love. So if you're looking for something to watch this month, you can check these movies and TV shows out. Now, full disclaimer, the movies and TV shows on this list aren't all necessarily going to have sexuality as a main plot point, but rather a mix of those stories and also other stories that feature LGBTQ characters. Disclaimer number 2, I love this top, but I don't know if you can hear that. It does make a lot of noise, so I'll try and keep still. It's also very, very hot in this room, so I do have the air conditioning on. I'm hoping the camera doesn't pick up too much background noise, but you might hear a slight buzz in the background. First up is Paris is Burning, which was directed by Jenny Livingston. This is a beautifully crafted documentary that chronicles the bull culture in New York City in the 1980s and the gay and transgender people that made it their own. The people featured in the documentary are predominantly Latino and African American, so they discuss topics such as racism and homophobia, and yet what comes through is this beautiful, beautiful sense of spirit. They don't let prejudice stop them from living their true lives, and their words and their voices feel very real in this documentary. It's a wonderful glimpse into the lives of people that thrive in the face of adversity. I saw Call Me By Your Name at the beginning of this year and was utterly mesmerized by this movie. I hadn't started this channel at that point, but if I had, this would be my only 10 out of 10 film for 2018. It is completely flawless. The film is directed by Luca Guadagnino and stars Timothée Chalamet and Armie Hammer as Elio and Oliver, who are two men who fall in love over the course of a summer in northern Italy. This film is, by every sense of the word, just beautiful. The directing is incredible, the soundtrack is amazing, and the performances by Armie Hammer and in particular Timothée Chalamet are absolutely flawless. I love this film. The next movie leans more towards a guilty pleasure film in that it is a bit of mindless fun rather than a thought-provoking biopic, and that is Atomic Blonde. This was directed by David Leitch, who also directed Deadpool 2. He's actually more well known for his stunt work than he is for his directing, which should give you an idea of what kind of film Atomic Blonde is. Charlize Theron plays Lorraine, who is an MI6 agent living in Berlin just after the fall of the Berlin Wall. A list containing all the names of the secret agents that are currently situated in Germany has been stolen, and so Lorraine is tasked to find the list and also a double agent known as Satchel. I really enjoyed this movie. Charlize Theron looks amazing in every single scene, and the cinematography is actually really good in this as well. Worth the watch if you want to see Charlize Theron kick ass and take names and chain smoke cigarettes and down liters and liters of Stoli vodka. Next up is a movie called Moonlight, which most people would have at least heard about from the absolute train wreck of a situation that happened at the 2017 Oscars. The film was directed by Barry Jenkins and is split into 3 chapters chronicling the events in a young boy's life as a child, a teenager, and then finally an adult. The film deals with topics such as drug addiction, sexuality, and the issues that people face when living in low socioeconomical areas. All 3 chapters are brilliantly realized, but it's the adult version of Sharon, played by Trevante Rhodes, that stuck with me the longest. I honestly think that he should have been at least nominated for an Oscar for his performance, but I completely agree with this film winning the Best Film Oscar that year because it really is just incredible. Carol is a 2015 drama that was directed by Todd Haynes. It stars Cate Blanchett in the titular role, who plays a woman going through a somewhat messy divorce in the 1950s. Rooney Mara plays Therese, who is a somewhat naive woman who works in a department store. It's there she meets Carol and they strike up this friendship that eventually starts to become something more. Okay, so while Carol is a fantastic film and it has some great performances from all of the cast, my actual favourite thing about it has to be the cinematography and the costume design. The aesthetic of this film is just beautiful. It immediately made me want to go out and buy a fur coat and smoke a whole lot of cigarettes, except actually no, because real fur and smoking are gross. Next up, I've got two movies actually. One's called Love, Simon and the other is called Alex Strangelove. And the reason I'm doing these two films together is because they're basically the same story. Both about male teenagers who are in high school and have either realized or are realizing that they're gay and are trying to navigate those feelings, and also try and explain that to their close friends. These two films are more light-hearted, more young adult than some of the other films in this list, but are very easy to watch and do tell quite lovely stories. I think I preferred Love, Simon out of the two, but both are very easy to watch. Alex Strangelove is actually on Netflix right now, so you can head on over there and watch that movie straight after you finish watching this video. I wanted to include some TV shows on this list as well, in case a 2-hour movie is not enough of a fix. So first up is SinceEight, which is another Netflix show. This one is a sci-fi about 8 strangers around the world who find out that they have a psychic connection. The first season shows how they all learn that they have this ability and what they do with it, as well as discovering that they are being hunted by somebody who wants to eradicate people with this ability from the world. The show isn't perfect, but I did find season 1 pretty entertaining. They have both lesbian and gay characters in the show, as well as a couple of scenes that show sexuality as something a little bit more fluid. The second and final scene has actually just been released on Netflix, so if you're going to watch it, now is the perfect time to get your binge fix. And last on this list is an Australian TV show called Please Like Me. This one is on Australian Netflix, but I think it might also be on Netflix or Hulu internationally. I don't know, don't quote me on that one. This show was written by and stars comedian Josh Thomas and is a semi-autobiographical retelling of him discovering that he was gay and also dealing with a mother who had suicidal tendencies. It sounds like it has the framework to be an absolute downer of a TV show, but actually Please Like Me is very funny. The writing is really good and Josh Thomas does an amazing job of making both awkward sexual experiences but also the topic of mental health quite mainstream. It's absolutely worth a binge watch, especially once you get to season 4, which was my favourite season of the whole series so far. That's it from me today, guys. Obviously this list is teeny tiny and there are a ton of other films in the genre that are absolutely worth a watch. A couple of honourable mentions would be Brokeback Mountain, Boys Don't Cry, Milk, Blue is the Warmest Colour, The Rocky Horror Picture Show, Hedwig and the Angry Inch, and a great little film called Pride, which I absolutely adore. I'd love to know what your favourite LGBTQ movies and characters are and why you love them so much. Pop your comments in the comment section below. If there's any films that I've missed, let me know what they are and why I should watch them, and I'll definitely try my best to check those out as well. I hope you guys have an amazing Pride month. I'm going to try and make rainbow glitter eyes an everyday look because I am here for it. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll pop the links up there. Thanks as always for watching. I will see you guys here for the next one. Caw-caw!